Everyone's ready to go, so are we.
Already.
So look at that RRR. Look at that RRR in chat. Like everyone is hyping this up. You don't suck, Punny. You're gonna take the next one down. Come on. You can do it, man. I know you can.
Do it.
This is gonna be one clutch match, guys. Like, this could still go either way. Like, if Punny or Jim pull out a victory here, they could still win this. And we're going. We are going. Last race. Last race of the day, guys. So I'm excited.
It's gonna be exciting.
This is gonna be exciting for sure. Hyphenated with a really quick little brimstone find. It's gonna be interesting because
I'm still behind. They
Oh,
haven't
wow.
started on my version here.
Anti with a cat piece packed start. That is really strong too. I mean, it's one of those starts
Yeah,
that can
it's
go
really
really bad again, but I know he loves the cat piece plus damage upstart a lot, and the pact is pretty much the best item.
Key with a pact is always that you find the damage up early. Like
Yeah,
plus
exactly.
1 damage from the first boss room. That's really
The pact is so good. The pact is so good
just,
because yeah, go ahead.
tier 8 is just hard to.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was about to
Plus
say.
1 damage, you're actually gonna one-shot all the flies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. Like, tier 8 is just so much more rare than damage. Like, there's damage everywhere in this game. Tier 8, not so much. There's 3 tier 8 ups in the boss room, like, and then you can find a stray sad onion in the item room, and that's about it. And everything else is drawback. Like, you don't want a skinny on mushroom, because it's just gonna ruin your knife or your brimstone, or your... No, Ipecac not so much, but, like, everything else, pretty much.
Number 1 is iffy as well.
Yeah,
You're gonna
exactly.
find range ups.
Exactly. Okay, Jim with the Sin Robes, and I wonder if he's gonna start on those if he doesn't get anything out of his item room. So that's what we said. 1 damage just
And
isn't enough.
Pani real strong here with a cack.
Oh wow, haven't even noticed. Yeah, Jim resets the +1 damage start. It's just not enough. Hyphenated finds a Dark Bomb, which is relatively inconsequential for races, to be fair. But it gets it out of the boss pool, of the devil pool, and that's always huge, of course.
And it's nice if you're in a tight situation. It's just maybe just gonna give you that extra soul heart that you need to survive.
And if you're Punny here, you're feeling good about this. Like, you gotta feel good about this, and you gotta, like, just get your ass up and try to finish this as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Because you have that cack. Hyphenated just found his devil deal and didn't get a shot changer. Like, if Anti doesn't get a shot changer here, Punny is in a really good situation to take this down. And even if Anti gets a brimstone, he's still in the better position. Bit of a minor mistake here on Punny's side.
Is just so fast.
Yeah, kind of a minor mistake on Punny's side here. Finds the bottle of pills in the item room, and he's got to touch that because that's in the shop pool. And all you want to see with Cack is shops, so you got to get that out of the pool. And he's a Shard Plug. That's interesting. Gets a Shard Plug with some decent health.
That's really good. That
So I
could
guess,
be really good.
yeah, he can go really
You
hard
can use
now.
it on the shop.
He can go really hard now for things he wants.
I mean, all he needs is a toaster in this GG.
Yeah,
Basically.
and even if he gets a
If he
map,
the toaster, he wins the race.
yeah. Anti with a headless
Even
baby
map,
from his
yeah.
devil deal. Like, even if he finds a map or a compass, he's just gone. Like, he's just gonna run away. And there's nothing they can do. And, like, this is exactly what you want on Punny's end. Jim Drizzle kind of a bit behind here, but he's about to hit his devil deal, which can shake up everything, because Anti didn't get anything in his devil deal. He got a headless baby, but, like, oh, and he finds Krampus.
That's really bad, yeah.
That's the worst, man. That is the worst.
Yeah, Anti just has no luck today.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I wasn't even talking about Anti, I was at Jim Drizzle here. But yeah, Punny going really hard at the shop here. Gets a starter deck. I have been singing praises about this thing. I love the starter deck. It's so good. And he gets some money, which I don't agree with. I think when you're in shops bombing donation machines, no, if you're in shop bombing donation machines, you should really go only for what you really need. and then leave, because you can still bomb your donation machine when you find that
Yeah.
toaster, when you find that map that you want to buy and don't have enough money for. And this is gonna be interesting because anti with
Yeah,
the
right.
what? What did you want to say?
Yeah, he just doesn't need the money right now. It's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah,
until
that's
the
true.
Next
That's exactly.
opponent, you can just bomb then.
Anti with the BFF here, and this is interesting because he has kind of a little follower train here. But the thing is, cube of meat is just so common, and you
Yeah.
saw what this guy did
Yeah.
with a cube of meat without BFF. So just imagine he has a BFF cube of meat.
Give him a sack dagger and it's probably a 15-minute run.
Yeah, exactly. And Pony's still no luck in the
Those
shop.
followers are pretty mediocre, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Pony's still no luck in the shop, but he goes for a reroll now on the shop. He gets his D6 up, probably goes to the shop to roll then, and he has that sharp block and 2 items in the shop, so he'll find something he wants. Anti with Death's Touch now, and that's really strong for him, of course. I don't know. I really never know if I.
With a pack.
Yeah, I really never know if I want to classify sights as a shot changer. Like, really, a high tier rate sights build feels like a shot changer to me. It's just so strong. But I never know. I feel it's somewhere in between, because it's not a tier build with those sights. They are just so good.
But it can also fall apart real quick.
That's
if
true.
you don't get the T rate,
Oh!
it can be real bad.
Did you see that on Punny? Have you seen him go to the
No,
item room
not
already?
yet.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until you see it.
No,
This is interesting. Wait until he hits his item room there.
he should be there soon. Just walking back.
Oh, wow. That shop for Punny.
Wow.
That shop for Punny. A map and a compass. That's insane. And he passes up on that knife, and that's an interesting decision, because that's what Ognos did earlier. He switched out his CAC for a knife.
He took the knife.
And I personally don't agree with switching to knives, and so neither does Punny. And now he has mapping. He has essentially full mapping, because you don't really care about the blue map. And this is really good.
There are situations where switching to the knife makes a lot of sense, like if you get it on the chest and...
Yeah, if you get it on the chest, that's a whole different story.
It's gonna make a huge difference, but it's just way too early to switch to
Yeah,
the
exactly. And he has the mapping now, and he has the CAC, and I don't want to put pressure on him. I really hope he doesn't listen, actually, but like, this is his game to win. He has to run now. He needs this win. He needs this win, and he just has to run now. If you're Punny, you know that. He knows that he's in no position to lose here.
If he wins, he's in the semifinals probably.
If he wins, he can make it there,
Because
yeah.
he has the fast time and he has 5 points and...
That's 5 points, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, his shop is far off there. Of course he doesn't go there. I mean, you still want to see shops, because you find a toaster, it's just like, okay guys, I'm gone, see ya. But, I mean, with the shop that far out of the way, he's not going to go there.
I mean, with a CAC you could check it, because it's just so quick to get there. Just bombing through rooms.
No, it's still...
I agree with not checking it.
Wow, he rerolls? Okay, this is something I don't agree with. He has the options. He sees toothpicks in the boss room and he decides to reroll. Like, what else do you want from the boss room when you have a CAC? That's the best thing you can find, is a
the
shield.
second best item you can find.
Yeah, besides the magic mush, of
magic
course.
mush.
Yeah, the magic. I always forget about the magic mush, but like, that's literally what he wanted. I don't agree with that reroll. But he still never... Oh, of course he gets Curse of the Lost. That is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous. The guy with the map and the compass gets the Curse of the Lost. This is insane.
Always happens that way.
This game, man,
Always.
this game. Tea Party, this is live, yes. Do we have a Khadgar link, actually? That's interesting to know. We should have set this up. We need Khadgar links for tomorrow. Okay, Pony is still on that horrible room. Had to fight Envy too, just to add insult to injury, of course. That was Envy, wasn't it?
Yeah, was Envy.
Which is always the most pleasant boss for CAC, of course.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's just terrible finding envy with
Triple
CAC.
envy room on the cathedral. That's pretty.
At
much
least you can
the
bomb
worst
out of
you
that
can
one
use.
unless it's like in front of the boss room. But
Unless
like
it's the last room.
double fistula, double teratoma, anyone? Like, it's just the
Yeah.
worst room. It's the worst thing that can happen with CAC. And the Anzus rune just to troll him. What is the toaster? The toaster is the magic fingers. It kind of looks like a toaster. It's from the shop pool. What it does is when you press spacebar, it takes 1 coin from you, and then does double your damage to every enemy in the room. Ipecac is plus 40 damage, and thus Cac Toaster is one of the fastest item combos in the game actually, because you can just go into a room, press spacebar, and everything dies. And that's one of the things you're looking for with Cac. It's either a toaster or mapping, preferably both, of course. Well, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, small mistake here on Punny's side, because he already cleared the room and he had the item room there and he didn't check it. I think it's a mistake because he could have found the toaster in the item room as well.
That's true, but he has only 1 key, so maybe he does want to save it for the shop. I don't know. Hard to tell in those situations.
Yeah, he
when
had
it's only
2.
one. Oh, he had 2.
2 before and he has 1 now. He was in the shop already.
Oh, my bad. Okay, is anti-guppy? Apparently.
I haven't been watching Anti.
No, not much, because I was kind of thinking he was just like,
Yeah, it
scooting
looks
along.
like he's guppy.
yeah. Anti is guppy, hyphenate is just going with the Brim Baby and growth hormones and some tier rate. And Judas Shadow. Judas Shadow for Punny. That's interesting. What do you guys think would happen if Edmund added an animation like the Necronomicon animation to the toaster? That would be just the most terrible thing ever. That would probably kill the toaster, to be fair. Considering how often you pop it on every single boss. What do you think?
Yeah, it would be just stupid. I mean,
Yeah, I mean the
those
animation.
animations just cost time. They do add nothing to the gameplay. They're
Really,
just
yeah.
annoying. That's it.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Okay, Punny with his shop there again. And goes for the battery, gets a black handle. Oh, I would be all over that black handle actually. Gets a black handle in the shop, doesn't take the time to get it.
Yeah.
Maybe he just sees anti finish,
He has
just
the
finish his
map,
foot.
He has the mapping. He needs to
Yeah.
avoid the Curse of the Lost.
Like
at
if he
all
gets the Curse of the
costs.
Lost now, that's gonna be his own fault. Why does he fire so slowly though? Did he get a tear zone or something?
And also on Punny's side, he has to check. He has to touch the items in the shop pool to
Yeah.
remove them, and he didn't do that. He didn't touch the Bible. He didn't touch the jar.
Yeah,
So
that's
they
true.
could always come back. That was a mistake as well.
Okay, and hyphenated as well as anti now on the womb already. Outrunning the CAC, both mapping less, outrunning the CAC. But
Yeah,
you
I
also
think
gotta
Anti's gonna win here.
you also
honestly.
gotta take into account, of course, that CAC is just gonna run on the next 3 floors. Like there's no rooms to check. Like even if Punny decided to slow play all these floors, you can't really slow play on the womb. Because there's nothing to check, there's nothing to go out of your way off, you just want to get through the rooms and through the floors. So I think the CAC is gonna get a little bit ahead here now, but the thing is, like on the chest,
Honestly,
like
I think the Krampus head here for Punny would have been a good pickup because it would have made him faster on some of the bosses where the CAC struggles.
the main
And
problem
he really doesn't have much of a need for the D6 now.
That's true. The main problem with the Krampus head for me is like that space per items don't really matter on CAC anyway because you don't clear rooms generally. So I don't know.
Yeah, sure, it's true.
Like I don't really care about my space per item with CAC. But I get your point, of course. I mean, Krampus head would have just
Yeah.
murdered death there.
And also Mom's Heart.
Okay,
That's
Jim
really
Drizzle. Jim
just
Drizzle down to the
one-shots
womb
Mom's
now.
Heart.
Yeah, that's true. Jim Drizzle now down to the womb. And anti on Mom's Heart. Anti just finished Mom's Heart. He's going fast, man.
Anti just running.
Yeah. Anti just being anti.
Yeah.
And way too punny getting a hit, taking some hits here and there too. And I guess that's where, like, out of these racers, probably punny amongst the two that have done the least amount of speedrunning and racing in this game. And that's just a missing experience, like knowing how to move with Ipecac in those rooms to not get hit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a rare item, so you need
you need the
time
practice
on the game to actually have seen it enough.
Yeah, exactly. And out of all the shot changes, Ipecac by far the hardest to use too.
Yeah, and that's also the rarest I find. I don't know if it's just
really. I think
luck or something, but I get epic feat is way more than Ipecac.
I don't know. I definitely get like, I think Brimstone is way rarer than Cac actually.
Yeah, Brimstone.
Brimstone is just terrible.
It's pretty rare as well.
Okay, this is still getting interesting. I mean, hyphenated is Guppy with decent damage as well. And Anti on his Isaac fight, but if Anti gets a bad chest and hyphenated gets a good chest, this could go either way. But it looks like our two players in first and second place are gonna finish first and second in this race as well.
Yeah.
From what it looks like. Uh-oh. No, not Punny here getting in really bad spots consistently. And you can just see, like, his bombing through rooms isn't as fluent as the other players would be. I mean, I've raised Anti and hyphenated so many times. It's just, like, he sometimes has to place bombs in spots where others would definitely use his Cac. And, I mean, I hate to criticize him like that, don't get me wrong. Like, Punny is playing really, really well. But you do
he's
see,
a really good racer, but
you do see the missing, like the lack of experience compared to the others, especially to hyphenated and Anti.
It's just these small things that really are going to make a difference at the end of the day, and these are kind of the reasons why Anti is so far ahead of everyone else at Speedruns Live. And
that's true. I was talking about
characters.
Anti getting a terrible chest earlier and hyphenated getting a good one. Look at that map on hyphenated side. That's just disgusting. Like,
wow.
I mean, not that he really needs the points. At this point, it's probably going to be Anti and hyphenated moving forward, but you still kind of want to win for the swag, right? Just for having beaten Anti, right? And Anti finishes at 17:03.
Pretty fast time again.
Yeah, that's really fast. And Anti with the victory.
He had no mapping, so.
Anti on the no, Punny on the Isaac fight now. With Isaac's heart, actually, I just noticed. And he's just shielding his heart, he's just protecting his heart. And he's getting knocked back by the tears over and over again. And this is just, wow, and he's down. Hyphenated about to finish. Hyphenated finishing right around 1740. And I say we'll let Jim Drizzle finish, why not, if he can do it. I'll give Jim Drizzle this run.
I think he did a really good job.
Yeah,
Jim did.
He just didn't get the builds. That's true, he just didn't get the builds the others got. Yeah. And if you would let him, I say let him finish this. And that was our last race of the day though. Hyphenated and Punny definitely move on. But I say let him finish. And he gets a Curse of the Lost, of course.
Hyphenated and Anti.
Hyphenated and Anti, my bad. Gets the Curse of the Lost, of course, just to add insult to injury.
Yeah.
And Hyphenated and Anti moving on.
If you get the bad RNG all the time, there's just not much you can do.
It's like Elad getting trolled over and over in the races. It's sad, but you can't help it sometimes. It's an RNG based game, and it's part of it. And going into the tourney, of course, as a racer, you have to understand that. And I think they do understand it.
Yeah, I mean, all those people here have a lot of experience racing on Speedruns Live. Some of them have been boss, so they know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, especially Hyphenated. He played boss 1 through 3. Yeah. He won Balls of Steel 1. He was in the finals in Balls of Steel 2. He just has so much experience. It's crazy. Are there more races tomorrow? Yes, we have held today our 2 quarterfinals, and we have our 4 racers now that will move on to the semis. And tomorrow we will play out the rest of the tournament. We'll do first we will do the semifinals, and then we're doing the finals as well, which will be 2 races. Semifinals will be the same format as these, so a 4-way race, 3 races, top 2 played out in the finals, in 1 versus 1 style. We're starting at the same time, 7 p.m. GMT tomorrow, and it's gonna be hype. You don't want to miss out on this. These are great racers. You really want to see this, guys. And it's been a great night. Holy shit, there's 1,000 people here now towards the end of the races. It's really great to see the support from you guys. And I really hope that you guys are going to be back tomorrow for more racing action. And like I said, if you guys like this format, if you guys like the tournament, there will be a season 2, of course, with open entries this time too, because this was an invite-only tournament. So, yeah. Jim Drizzle now on...
With open entries, it's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's a chance for everyone. And there's always going to be some new racers.
Yeah, that's true.
Who just come out of nowhere. I mean, I came pretty much out of nowhere myself.
That's true. That is true. That is true. That is true. What is Abel doing there with Kane's eye? What? I didn't even know. No, what is that? Oh no, that's Blue Baby's soul. That's insane. And Jim Drizzle finishes at 20:47, which is a pretty respectable time. That is a pretty respectable time. You can't argue with that. That's a really good time.
Kind of build.
Yeah. And we have our 2... Anti won, right? Anti did win this one, right?
Yeah, he did.
Anti first. Hyphenated gets 2 points. Jim Drizzle gets 0. No, he gets 3 points, actually. Pony died. So yeah, we have our finalists. Haunted Quest, BGO, Anti, and Hyphenated move on to the semifinals tomorrow, which will be at 7 p.m. GMT. We're gonna raid up. Oh. Wait a second, we're not gonna raid up, we're gonna interview these guys.
What about post-match commentary?
Yeah. We're gonna jump down there. We're gonna jump down there and have some interviews. Should we?
Yeah, I asked and they're perfectly fine with that.
Okay, let's jump down there and ask these guys some stuff.
User left your channel. User left your channel.
Oh shit, I can't change rooms now again. Ugh. And I can't go there. That's bad. So we gotta wait for these 2 guys to come back and tell the racers to come over. That's bad. Because I don't know when we can't get the password for the race room too. Regular first time props. Yeah, I will be doing my regular cast tomorrow, and afterwards I will be hosting the tournament at 7 p.m. like I said. So you really don't want to miss out on this. And I guess we can't do the interview because I cannot join that channel. Huh. I need one of these guys to come over and tell me the password. And yeah, once again, guys, just a quick note. Give these guys a follow. Anti-Zubilamaka, Hyphenated, Jim Drizzle, and I'm Way Too Punny. These guys are streaming quite often. Skydive is about to link them up in chat. These guys stream every day, especially Jim Drizzle, I know, has gone full-time just recently, so be sure to drop these guys a follow. Fleur, do you have the password for me for,
The password is...
Can you type it in chat? No, for the RRR race room. That's a different one, isn't it?
No, it's problems.
With a capitalized P or what?
User left your channel.
I was actually
Switch.
struggling
Oh,
with the
cool.
password. That's amazing.
I got it. I got it. My bad.
Alright.
Sorry guys, I'm kind of a mess.
All good.
So, does anyone have any... Fleur, anything you want to say?
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about that Ithaca grade from Punny. I think that was pretty interesting strategy-wise, especially Yeah, about checking your shops and stuff, especially because you died in the end.
I wanted a toaster.
Yeah, I saw it because I had Dickhammer in mind, who said that Ipecac is a ban candidate for him because it just does not have the death rate it used to have. So that's kind of a contradiction to your race. Do you think so? Or
No,
do
I
you
just
still
suck.
agree with him? Oh,
He's right, I
okay,
just
then- okay,
I shouldn't have
that's
died.
different case.
I want to know,
Come on,
actually.
Problems, you're a shitty entertainer.
I want to know what Anti did. I don't know if he has a mic plugged in. If you don't, you can just type in chat and enter there. But, like, I want to know how you did this. Like, everyone had his jaws drop in that second race where you just were... Like, you were racing a Guppy high tier rate build and a Proptosis build from Hyphenated, and you just scooted along. You just outran them with a cube of meat, a quad shot, a lump of coal, and a late number 1. Like... I just don't know how that happened. You didn't even have mapping.
I
Yeah,
hate
I was
Anti
actually
so
like
much.
listening in on the stream while I was doing it, and like you guys were saying my RNG was so bad that race, but it actually wasn't. Like I got a passage rune on like depths 1, which I just
Oh, you got the
skipped a little bit.
passage room. Okay,
And
I didn't
got
see
True
that.
Shadow on depths 2.
Oh, we missed
which,
that, yeah.
which gave me a lot of damage, and then I got number 1 on the chest.
Yeah, everyone kept
My
managing
RNG was
to...
actually pretty good that race.
Everyone kept managing the shadow, yeah, that's true, I guess. But that was still pretty late. That was still a late shadow. I was just surprised because it looked so weak. You just had that cube of meat, and cube of meat did everything, and I don't know, it just looked insane. You did get good maps,
Yeah,
though,
but
didn't you?
Much worse than it actually was. I had the Book of Revelations in Dark Bomb too, so I was not even gonna die. Like
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. So what else did we have? Jim, actually, how did you feel about your RNG? Because I feel like out of the racers here,
I
you
hate
got
it
kind of
so much.
you got kind of kicked in the balls the most by your RNG. I feel like your builds just didn't
I think I
compare.
did a little bit.
Your
Yeah, I
your
think
builds
I
just
did a
didn't
little
really
bit.
compare.
The second run was the only good run. Yeah, the second
Yeah, that's
run was
true.
the only good run, and then I got really trolled towards the end. I went to 5 shops and none of them had any mapping, and the chest was a full clear. I think I got so lost on the chest. That's why Anti just scooched ahead. I got 19 something with like a second floor guppy.
Yeah, that's true.
And the first and second run, just nothing happened. I tried my best.
Yeah, that's
Can't
true.
beat these guys. These guys are too good. You gotta get something good.
Yeah, so I guess I want to take this opportunity again to thank you guys for racing here, for coming out here. Anti and Hyphenated move on to tomorrow's semifinals. Same time, 7 p.m. GMT for the semifinals. Semifinals will be another 4-man race. 3 rounds just like these, and the top 2 of that semifinal will move on to the finals for a 1 versus 1. And once again, to my chat, go follow these guys. Anti-Zubila Maka, Hyphenated, Jim Drizzle, and I'm Way Too Punny. They have been linked up in chat. Go give them a follow. I know Jim Drizzle just started streaming full-time